The first question I have, though, is just about the animation style, because I found it to be so beautiful and kind of reminiscent of my childhood growing up and kind of watching like Cartoon Network style of animations that might be a little bit, I don't even know what the term is called for that style, but can you tell us why this was the right choice for this story?
One thing we were really conscious of on this show was we wanted, first of all, like, I would say maybe like a smoothness of animation or like a looseness to it. I remember there were times on BoJack where we'd get this really beautiful storyboard that really animatic that really moved me, and the animation would come back and had to like go through the machine a little bit and would be more on model. And so in this show we want to be really careful of like, let's keep that looseness and make the character models loose enough so they can do all kinds of different expressions. It can be a little more expressionistic. And then along with that, like, let's never use a straight edge. Like, let's let the drawings themselves feel loose. Let's color outside the lines. Let's make it feel almost more drawn by hand. I mean, obviously they're all drawn by hand on computers, but let's make it feel touched by humans a little more. I think we wanted that warmth.
Is there a lot of green and purple? I feel like I've noticed a lot of green. I love it. I just feels like there's a lot of green.
Well,
and
it's interesting. We have, Alison Dubois works on the show too. She's another artist, and she kind of designs most of the backgrounds or kind of oversees that department. And she does like a color map of every episode.
Oh, really?
Like, which we never done any of the shows before. Cool. And that like she'll kind of go through the scenes in the episode and do like a color journey of like, we're going to start off more blue and then we're going to transition to the reds. And like, so if you actually watch the episode, you will see, I think mostly subconsciously, but if you're like primed to look for that, you'll see the colors kind of drift over the course of an episode and like tell a story that complements the story we're telling.
I love that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one tiny detail to like this crazy overarching painting that you have spanning decades. And that's something that I don't really see in animation, is a decade spanning story. Abby and Ben, which era was your favorite to play?
I like the older stuff. I just connect to it more. I connect to having a kid and being delighted and saddened by equal parts by having kids, and how that forces you to look forward and backwards in your life. And I like the sort of nuanced complexities and in a way kind of melancholic vibe to that era.
I really enjoy like the teen stuff, like the younger Shira. I think because all the emotions are a little bit bigger and it feels pretty messy, even though it does as an adult as well. But I don't know. It's just like that.
Taps into something.
Yeah.
I'd say my favorite era is like the folklore era, like with Taylor's like in the woods,
really,
like
she was in the
guitar.
pocket there.
Yeah. I feel like I got her for the first time.
Yeah. It's a good era.
That second episode with Ben and Abby, when you guys are going back and forth out of the theater, you're talking more about stuff. My family was all doing theater and pageantry and stuff, so hearing the songs were hilarious, but also just the deep conversations and the balance between the two. Is there a formula to that? When do you realize, okay, too many jokes, now we got to get serious, now we have to flip back over?
It's not as mathematical as that, or I'd say maybe the math is invisible or kind of comes from instinct, but we are trying to maintain a balance every episode. We want every episode to make you feel something. We want every episode to be funny and hilarious. And I remember that episode specifically, we were, I was, before I even sold the show, before I had the writer staff, I was kind of developing what the different episodes could be. And I was working with my assistant, Grace Dowling. And I said, I want to do an episode that kind of starts where Shira makes this request of Avi, and then it kind of spirals out into this whole kind of argument about their whole relationship and goes everywhere. And I think it'd be really interesting. I don't know how funny it's going to be. And she had the pitch of like, what if you said it at an elementary school dance recital? So I want to give Grace full credit for that. Because it's like, yes, that juxtaposition just elevates everything.
Well, like behind one of the fight outside is like the guy selling the
vendor.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like a runner,
right.
And then the seat saving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is just my own comedy room boot camp instinct of like, I can't go a couple pages without getting some jokes in there.
Is that the one with the two girls? And
yes, with
like,
Kendra, trying to figure out what to text. Yeah.
Once again, that is available on Netflix. Make sure that you check it out this weekend. It is absolutely a see it.